for the next webinars. So this week we have 3 webinars. So one is already concluded on Monday. That was the entire demo of Easylib. Today we have it on the Union Catalogue, and Friday we are going to have it on periodicals. And next week we will announce the webinar schedule today, the end of the day today. Please check your emails. So we will have it scheduled. 3 webinars will be there next week. We are just finalizing the topics. If you have any specific ones, please post it onto the chat. We'll definitely give priority to conducting those webinars. Okay. All right. Let's get started here. Okay. The topic for today is forming library network and Union Catalog using Easylib. Okay. So this, many of you are already familiar. What's a library network? You are also part of some of the library networks. That's well and good. So let's go deep dive into this. Okay. So let's first start, the concept of library itself. You're all librarians. I'm a student. I go to the library and I search. So I get the information what's available in the books. I get from the e-libraries, okay, and all your institutional repository, the e-books and all that you have uploaded already. And then if you have subscribed to a lot of journals, e-subscriptions, I can get the information from them. So now I'm a student. I am expecting anything that I want, in the library. That is my expectation as an end user of a library. I want everything to be there in the library. Okay. So now you are giving me the information from your collection, from your ebooks, and from your subscriptions. But if that is not sufficient, I would expect, can you get me the information from other sources? Source 1, source 2, source 3, and so on. If the information in my OPAC is not available, I'll try to go to Google. And then there I get hundreds of hits. I could pick one of them that I want and then go on from there. So now, the moment I leave the library website and try to do the search on the Google for what I want, probably that can be addressed by making the information that your students are looking for. Suppose you are a college with a certain specific specialization, you want to make sure anything related to that specialization or what your students want is available from your OPAC itself. If not, you want to get that and link it. Now, quote unquote, see the link part. Okay, because if you want to procure every information that in the world, that's almost impossible. Multiple reasons, right? One, it's expensive. Second, where will you store that? And these all questions will come. So, and many of them may not even be accessed all the time. So it doesn't make sense to procure a lot of material. But on the other hand, if you have links to these different source 1, source 2, source 3, it makes a lot of sense. Thereby your students' satisfaction can go up. So that's why this source 1, source 2, source 3 can be your other libraries. It could be the, let's go into the detail. Let's stop here. So other libraries. So that's the case for why the Union Catalog needs to be formed. Now let's see, does it fit into the laws given by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan? First law, the books are for use, right? So if you have 10,000 books, you want to validate, are all the 10,000 books being used? If it can help by having more and more students have access to your library, wherein the usage of this particular book increases, probably your adherence to the law one is more, right? So you have higher adherence to the law. Books are for use. Then second one, right? Every book, its reader. So now if you have about 10,000 or 50,000 books, and if there are 20,000 books not accessed by any of your college students in last 10 years, probably your adherence is very low. So if the Union Catalog can help, because you are opening up your catalog to other people, the way you are expecting that other sources will give their information to you, you can open up your catalog to other people so that your books will be better used. So that is the second reason, again, Union Catalog can help meeting adherence to Dr. Ranganathan's second. Now third one, right? Every user, his or her information or book. So I want some information. So where can I get it? So this is what we reviewed over here in the first slide. So it will again help if you have connection with a lot of libraries, or you yourself are opening your catalog to somebody else, then naturally more readers are able to get what they want. So that again, it is in favor of the forming the union catalog, right? The fourth law, libraries, you want to save the time of the users, slow users, fast users, super fast users. You want to give them as much information that they desire, not too much, not too less. Quickest amount of time, smallest amount of time should be fast. Okay, if I want go to a library, I want this particular one book. Okay, I search in the OPAC, and then if you tell me that, okay, I have to wait for 20 days because you have to get it from somewhere else, then I will not be happy camper, right? I want, sir, can you get me this book today? So better is you form the union catalog with the nearby libraries. Let's go into that more. Okay, that's again the case for the union catalog. So the last one is library is a growing living organism, right? So we all want, let's say, more hike, more and more responsibility, and more things, right? So now, if I can showcase my statistics saying that last year, this book was referred 10 times. Yes, are you able to, is there an issue, Srujan? Is the PPT not visible? No, sir. Okay, one moment, sorry. Let me unshare and share it.
Like, you are asked to increase your volume. I'm not able to hear your voice.
What about now? Is it better? Srujan, can you tell me? Srujan?
Audio is not clear in the voice.
Srujan? Is the screen visible?
Screen is not yet visible.
One moment. Sorry about this difficulty. Is it visible now? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, thank you. When did you lose me, the presentation part? Was it not visible since beginning or only
No,
a minute
sir,
or two
like
back?
after the Ranganatham rules.
After? Sorry?
Ranganatham rules.
Not able to hear you. Is the PPT visible now?
After this.
Okay, is the audio clear? Okay. All right. So where were we? We were in the fifth law, growing living organism, right? So if my collection is, let's say, 50,000 today, or has been 50,000 2 years back, last year 60,000, this year if I can show about 2 lakh. How 2 lakh? My own collection of 50,000, but with all the other sources that I have got, my collection can be 2 lakh. So naturally, your user satisfaction go up because they are able to get more and more information. Okay. All right. So now, definitely we are at a stage where forming a union catalog, that's what's a union catalog? Right? The collection of the different books at other places visible on your OPAC, right? So if we have that, naturally the user satisfaction will go up. So let's see what kind of union catalog we need to form. It's okay. So first I'm going with the library network because library network has two different meanings you can take. One, network of libraries, informal network. Other one, a formal network, which can be in terms of the union catalog. Okay. For our discussion purpose, we will use it interchangeably. Now, let's say union catalog. Who do you want to form the union catalog with? One is your next door libraries. You have got a degree college wherein you teach BA, BSc, BCom and all that. If there are other couple of colleges in the nearby, they may have some distinct books, right? You want to form a union catalog of all this. Again, I think why we lose keeping this presentation, I'm not too sure. Let me try. Sorry about that. Okay, so the libraries which are next door, that's one thing that you want to form. Second one is same educational group. One particular institute. Okay, for my purpose, I use just a name, Sri Krishna Institute. You have got, let's say, 10 colleges, right? It could be, you have got a degree college, you have got law college, MBA college, management colleges, BCA, all of those, right? If you form a union catalog of all of these things, so your students from BA can go and search the books in the law section, right? Law library. So that way, your students, whenever they want additional information, they can go and search this here. So we do have this already formed at Nitte University. Let me check. I'm not sure if we have anybody from the Nitte University over here. Okay. There definitely medical, dental, pharmacy, physiotherapy, 8 colleges union catalog is formed. Right? So that is one way you can form a union catalog where students can search from other libraries too. Third one is same town or same city libraries. If I am in a small place where my library is having, let's say, 5,000 books, another library in the same city has got about 10,000 books, another one about 10,000 books, right? So if we connect all of them, definitely the students can search about 25,000 books, right? So each library, at least 10 to 20% of the books may be which are unique to them. So again, it makes sense to form this union catalog. Same type of colleges, right? All health science colleges, you can form a union catalog. You can form a catalog of the polytechnics or engineerings, or law libraries, or pharmacy libraries. So different colleges of the same type you can form. Then of course the large one, which is already in place, right? The large group libraries either by the government itself or some of the private organizations, not too many private organizations, but mostly government, you share this data, right? InflibNet itself has come up with this network. You share the data and that's available over there. That's obviously the best one. But at the same time, whereas this can help get access to the large books, the one when the students wants today, the book today is this portion, next door library, or the one which is in your own educational group. So that's why we strongly recommend that you focus on this part. Because this part is very simple. You just send your data in whatever format they want, and it's all taken care. Okay, you only become the member and send your data. And when your students want, you log into there and then get that. But the entire management is done by them. But here in these two, right, you are taking the initiative to have this particular union catalog built for your own group. Small town college. Like, you know, if I say it's like equivalent of a Facebook friend, right? A Facebook friend, you may have 100 or 200 friends, or maybe even 500 friends. But when you need some assistance, who is going to be of more help? The one who is staying next door to you, right? So these two are like this next door friends. So that's why you want to make sure that union catalog is built at this level also. Okay. Srujan, can you confirm it's all okay? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So we now are convinced more or less that we want to have this union catalog of the next door libraries or the same educational group libraries. Let's dwell more on the same educational group libraries. There are again two concepts you can have. One, either you can form a branch library concept or the union catalog. Let's see what is a branch library. You are one large college. You have got PUC in the same college, degree in the same college, masters in the same college. You have a law in the same college, BCA in the same college. All 5, you are the chief librarian for all of that. Entire purchasing all yours. In that case, you can probably go with the branch library. Here, what happens, all the data is residing in one database, one single database. It's good when you are the in charge for all the 5 libraries, right? Or you want to split out your library into small parts, main library, hostel library, building 2, building 3, reading hall and all that. But it's all part of one library itself. Now, the important thing is that all the purchasing is all common. The circulation is common, student information is common, everything is merged. So that means if you end up mixing up the multiple disparate college, right? Let's say, for example, if you have one library, you merge both engineering and medical in that. Then what happens is that all the engineering students' data, all the engineering departments, medical data, medical students, everything gets mixed up. So not a great thing for forming a branch library of 2 different types of libraries. Okay. On the other hand, what's a union catalog? In the union catalog, all the 5 or 6 libraries, right? They will all be individual libraries. Entire membership is all different. This collection is all different. The subject headings are different. The departments are different. All that is all managed individually. But only for the cataloging purpose, you get the data from all of them, make it available in single OPAC. So students can go into the OPAC, search in their collection, and if they don't find that particular book in their own library, then they click one more button, go to the union catalog thing, and then search over there. Simple. One more advantage of this union catalog is that you are not, the union catalog is only for inquiries. None of this is updatable here. So that's a great advantage because you have about 100, 200, 500 colleges also you can put in the union catalog, right? But now when it comes to the management, you want to go with this regular concept and single library. But when it comes to the OPAC, you merge all these things. So that's a union catalog. So it's good for different college libraries. Purchasing, membership, circulation is all separate, right? So we saw that if you have got, again, BA, BSc, BCom, PUC, law library, right? Probably what makes sense, you go with the branch library. For PUC, have a different branch. Law library, have a different branch. But undergrad and postgrad, if you want to have it in one library, you can do that. So you can even have the mix of those two also. Okay. So Easylib supports both branch library concept as well as union catalog. We'll go more in detail. Okay. Hope it is clear. Have questions? Definitely, I'll answer at the tail end. Now, so the question is, how do you form a union catalog? What we find, okay, now why I'm jumping directly into the union catalog is, this one is pretty simple. Those of you are already using Easylib, we already have, if you are using 4.4, this branch library concept is not there in that. 6.2, I put a foundation. Easylib 6.4 already has the branch library thing. So it's a very small change, configuration change that we'll be doing in the branch lab to make your library to have branches. Okay, but this union catalog, here you are getting the data from multiple colleges and then putting it. So let's go more in union catalog, which is more complex, because if you are forming a union catalog of your town, right, you need to talk to 10 colleges. So how do you do that? So 3 components. First is the people component. Second is the procedure. Third is the technology. So I want to show you one book over here. There is a book by name Leading Change by John Cotter. Right? This is one of the great books related to bringing in a change, because when we spoke to some of the colleges, are you interested in, and ask them, okay, are you interested in forming a union catalog? The answer is yes. Are you ready to share your data? Answer becomes no sometime. Right? Why? Because you got to convince somebody in the organization. Or can you convince other colleges to share their data? Definitely you want to bring them, motivation to share their data. So that's why it's important that you build a coalition of the friends. 5 libraries, 8 libraries of your town. Whoever union catalog you want to form, you want to build a coalition. Arrange a launch event, build excitement. Tell them, why this union catalog is required. This presentation, right, it's all open. We will be uploading this PPT into our website. If you want to download it, modify it, present it to your in your town, go ahead and do that. That's perfectly fine. Definitely you want to build an excitement on why this union catalog is of use. Next important thing is you want to quickly actionize it. There is no point in...
Sir, make it presentation mode, sir.
Okay.
Presentation mode, yeah.
One moment. Let me do one thing, madam. I'll...
Even today it is not so audible, sir. Very low tone.
Low tone.
Yeah, I don't know why.
One moment. I'll change my headphone if it can make sense. It's not audible, so... Is this better? chance? Srujan, you need to answer. Priya, is it better?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay, that's good. So, okay.
Presentation, sir.
All right. Okay, fine. Okay, good. Thank you. So, madam, it's visible now?
Visible and
Okay, good.
it is audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thanks for telling. So, all right. So, where were we? Forming a union catalog and library network, right? So, you want to first build the coalition. So that's where we are. You want to probably, I would suggest many of you have already this book. If not, I would suggest a highly recommended book. No matter which college you are, this is worth getting one. So you want to build a coalition of the people to build an excitement in why this union catalog is going to help, how it's going to help. You can download this PPT, modify it, present it. Next most important thing was to quickly actionize it. If you keep a gap of 6 months between a talk and then forming, it will lose its significance. So announce it, quickly come up with an action item. Okay, I'll go into the action items next. So the next one is consistency, because you got about 5 or 10 libraries. You want to constantly communicate with them. Okay, monthly or weekly, you can communicate with them saying that, okay, how is it going? Have you shared the data? Are you getting the benefit out of that? All that thing. So that's the first is the people aspect. Second is the procedure aspect. Draw a charter document. Whatever, if you don't document, it will be forgotten. Definitely, you want to come up with a document of why you are forming a union catalog, what benefits it's going to give, what are the roles and responsibility, who are the people involved, what are the roles and responsibilities, as much as possible documented. Set the dates also. You can work with the dates. You want to put the dates, right? You don't tell saying that, okay, we are going to accomplish this in 3 months. Instead, you tell that we are going to accomplish this in, okay, now it is July, right? August, September, October. You can put the date saying that by October 31st, it will be done. Because otherwise, if you put it something like, if it will be done in 3 months, when I read it in the September month, I'll think that, okay, 3 months from September. So it loses the significance. So you put a harder date over there. Set the milestone. A lot of these things I am telling, because of our background of the company, the other founders and myself, mostly from the management background, right? So those knowledges, whatever they have shared, the best practices coming out over here. So you want to put a date and adhere to the dates. Next one is automate as many as things possible. If you are supposed to do manually, one day you will be excited, 2 days you will be excited, but after 1 or 2 weeks, the interest will go down. So mundane tasks, the basic task should be automated as much as possible. Okay, that's the second part, which is the procedure. Let's go to the third one, technology part. Okay, the technology, there are 2 things. One is, what are the components you need to procure for forming a union catalog? Definitely, one is the server, where this large data, right? So this, I'll explain to that. Where entire data of this union catalog is going to reside. So this server, right? Everything should be there. That is the first activity. And the software should be there where the people are going to access it. That is the second one. Third one is loading software. Whatever library automation software you are using over here, from there, the data needs to come to the union catalog. So each of those software should need to have some component which will help you get the data from there to here. Next, after forming a union catalog, what are you going to do? Interlibrary loan, right? Because you are college 1, college 2 students access the data, request for a book, and then you need to be able to give the data. So you need the the interlibrary loan tools. So these are the 3 components. Now again, how do you want to actionize it? There are 2 parts. One, you yourself build the whole thing. Okay, you get a server, have somebody deploy the software, work with the people, deploy the software on their place, everything you do. So that is one portion. Second one is you outsource it. You suppose you have formed an association of something like, okay, Dr. Vishala Madam is there. Okay, so you're forming, let's say, Mangalore Library Association or certain group library association. Entire this part, building a coalition, arranging the launch, excitement, all that can be done from your team. Only when it comes to technology, you can consider outsourcing. So that's another method to look at it. So 3 things: people, procedure, and technology. Now going deeper into the architecture, how it looks. So this is the union catalog. Okay, so this is the database where all the data is there. It could be 10 colleges, 50 colleges, 100 colleges. My suggestion is that rather than forming a union catalog of 1,000 colleges, form 10 union catalogs of maybe 100 colleges or 20 colleges or 50. You can even start with 5 colleges. That's perfectly understandable, because in a small town or in a district place, forming 100 is almost difficult, right? You can form something like 10 or 20 colleges. You can do that, right? So now each of these college students, they were accessing this data, only their data. Now with this software, you will have this data periodically come from this database to the main database. When I quote unquote periodically, when I say, if it is automated, you can configure it to come every day also. If it is manual, you can upload it once a month or once in 2 months, right? Or more frequently as you desire. So most important thing is the data from here should be coming to the main server regularly. All the operations here, issue, return, renewal, new books, everything is done here itself. This data, only the readable data will come over here. And these all people, right, which could be this person here, can access this data, which is a combination of all the 3. Okay, so that is the architecture that we have got. So 5 steps, simple 5 steps in terms of the technology to make it happen. First thing that you want to do is, okay, assuming that you have already done these 2 parts, people and procedure part, deploy the software to extract the data, right? Because each of the college is using some library software, whether it could be Easylib or some other software. That's either is fine. You deploy that extra component to download the data. Then each of the college will upload to the main database here. So if it is automatic, it can go through the FTP and get automated. Otherwise, to keep it simple, once in a while, because you are not uploading it daily, so once in a month, you extract the data and upload it. That demonstration I'm going to show it here. Okay, upload it. Then that's it. Your union catalog is formed. So you have the software deployed on this, and you have the software to export it. You take the data and upload it, up and running. Students use the application. Now in that application, there should be interlibrary loan request. Then you make sure that you have the manual arrangement to ship that book. If it is an electronic copy, fine, you share it. If it is the physical book, you send it by post, or if it happens to be the same town, he can come and borrow it, right? So that's the last step. It's a very, very simple. Forming a union catalog, I should say, is one of the things which can be completed in about 15 days time, not more than that. Okay, it's not at all a big deal. Why I'm stressing that 15 days time, right? I have met a few libraries where they wanted to form a union catalog, but even after a long time, maybe 1 year or 2 years, it was not possible. The reason is that for some reason, many of the librarians have been thinking that forming a union catalog is an extremely complex thing. From the technology perspective, I can tell it's a simple thing. Okay, maybe it's simple from the Easylib perspective, but when it is simple for us, definitely for you, it will become simpler, right? So not complicated, with provided you use the right technology. Okay, let's go into the real demo of the application. Okay. Now let me log into regular Easylib. I'm logged into the regular Easylib. Okay, so those who are first time attending this, when you log in, you will see a pop-up screen whether you're logging in as a student or a staff. So the regular Easylib demo, we will have it again next week. So those of you attended last week, I'm sure you have appreciated. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for giving the good feedback, and your inputs are most welcome. Okay, this is the regular feed Easylib, where all the modules are there. Equations, barcode, branch management, catalog, circulation, communication, all that. One of the module in this is extracting the data for the union catalog. Right. So here you go all the way down. There is one particular screen that tells extract data of each college. Just click on it. Very simple. You click on this, your catalog data gets extracted. You click on this, your student data extracted. It's, if you see this popped out, right? You click your accession data, your circulation data, your periodical data, whatever you want. You just click, let's say, periodical extract. Now all of this is over here. So if you say catalog data was something like large, 13 MB, something like that. Okay. Periodical subscription, very simple one. So I downloaded this one. So basically it says that, okay, what is the periodical name? Oh, I think I opened a different one. Oh, this is the feedback I opened. Let me close that. Okay, so this is the periodical subscription data. Basically, if it's telling where it is coming from and what are the fields you have got, okay, all this is either tab separated or a comma separated, different fields are there, right? So this is a subscription of a periodical telling that this is the periodical ID, name, and from date to date it was subscribed from, let's say this is the informatics, and all that entire subscription data that you have downloaded from here. So like this, you download the data in Easylib. If you happen to use Easylib 6.4, it's very easy. You just click one button, that data comes out, right? On the other hand, if you are using some other software, at that time, you need to manually build this data. But I can tell it's not complex at all. It's hardly some 10 or 12 fields are there. Simple. Let me do this catalog export and show that. Okay. Oh, it's already there. So here you got the title, effective software testing, subtitle, then author, call number, those fields. So 8 or 10 fields, whatever is required for you, you just put it in a comma separated file format. That's all. It can even be formed manually also. Then let's log into the Union Catalog software. We'll start a Union Catalog new one now. This is the Union Catalog software I have logged in. Common catalog for Sri Krishna group of institutions I formed. Okay, so now I just formed something like, let's see here. Let me log out and start again. Okay, fresh. Okay, so already it's here. So now I can log in either as a student or as a staff. Let me log in as a staff first. So now I am logged in as a staff for particular common catalog, right? So now what all I have done, I can click on profile here. I'll see what are the colleges in the common catalog. Okay, North Library, Central Library, Rajajinagar, Malleshwaram. This is our Union catalog for the entire group. Some 7 colleges are here, or 8 colleges, right? 8 colleges. And this is my university detail. Okay, so it's a, let's say, Sri Krishna University name, address, phone number, all that I have got. Very basic steps. Okay, and then some parameters. OPAC login with the OPAC search with the login, or home page with the announcement, all those different things. You can set these different parameters. And this is again getting further enhanced. So now this portion, right? If you're already using this old or rather the regular Easylib 6.4 or 6.2, you're already familiar with this page. Explore, announcements, useful links and all that. So all of that is the same thing over here. But this is configuration at the university level. So you can say, okay, our university has partnered with so many journals providers, and these are all the journals you listed here at the university level. So that way, each of the individual colleges, right, don't have to subscribe to each journal, but you subscribe at the university level itself. And if you have the IP-based authentication, entire students of all the university will get this particular access to those journals. Okay, you make again the journals at the announcement at the university level, preset searches, featured books, how many books. This is like in this, we have some loaded something like 50,000 books over here, common catalog. Okay, some photographs you put over here, the timings. So this is at the university level. There's the common catalog page. Now going back over here, so you set all these things. So members list, all the students from all the entire union catalog, something like how many, 35,000. Right, it's all sample data. It's all loaded from just sample data generated, put it and all that. So 35,000 people can log into this common catalog Krishna University, and each of them has a unique ID password. I'll show you when I log in as that person. Now, if I go over here, okay, sorry. So I set the members college's name, and now what is the college's data? Central Library, Hebbal, Indiranagar. These are the catalog rows in which each college in this, right, downloaded the data from the respective Easylib installation. Okay, and that's what when it is loaded, you are seeing over here. Searchable under one umbrella. So refresh log, when was it uploaded? So when did the central library send the data? When did Hebbal library send the data? All of that you can see over here. I think we probably loaded in the backend. That's why it's coming like that. Otherwise, you will see the complete data of when the data was loaded. Login, logout detail. Who logged in at what time? See, I just before this one, the demo I had logged in as 48. And this person logged in this time, logged out at that time. What date? The admin log out. Different people log out and all that. All login, logouts. Now this is where the import is, right? So each of the college will have access to this export data. They will also get a login ID to this union catalog to import their data. What you do? Just go choose the file, and you remember we downloaded that two file, right? The common catalog file. So a lot of documents here. Okay, somewhere that file is downloaded. I can just choose that and then import it. That's it. Very simple. So let me export. So you can upload the catalog data, accession data, student data, your current transaction data, periodical data, all of that you upload it. Right? All your subscription data, digital library data. So they're again continuously getting enhanced actually. Okay. So all of that you load it here. So now once you load, this is your entire common database is over here. So there you know how many 6-7 colleges. If you just want to see what books are loaded from this particular library, just search. Yeah. Probably let me check with another condition and then I'll go to that. Okay, so you can choose which library, or if you want to check the data from all the libraries, you can check it. So periodical statistics. So this one tells which all colleges has data, what all periodicals you are able to see. I'll show it directly here itself. Okay, so these are all the journals that are subscribed. All the journals. This data has come from Central Library. Periodical ID, monthly, and all that. I click on this. Okay, these are the volumes, issues for this, received date, and all that. Okay. Then another journal like this. If you see something like 420, 413 journals, no way it's possible for one college to journal something like 420 journals, right? So it's possible you are giving this benefit of 420 journals to your students because you have combined the data of 5 or 6 colleges. Makes sense. So let's go here again further down. Customer search you can do, get the statistics, and then other details like item type statistics. I just want to know, okay, how many books are loaded in across the university for last 5 years. Okay, so I just say search list. Let me choose some other older date I'll put. What's happening here? Let me Looks like we messed it up something, because this morning, let me log in from here and then check it out. What did we do wrong? So, basically the report you get is something. Okay. Oh, it was simply taking a lot of time. Sorry, I think I was expecting that the results were going to come fast. Well, okay, now I know the mistake. Sorry about that. Okay, so now ABS College of Engineering, book bank, these many titles, these many copies, total cost and net cost. Okay, central library, this is the thing. If you want to go to the next page, you will see this. So now, if you are a university, you can get this entire data in one single report. When you are going for NAC for your entire university as one NAC, right? If you're going for NAC for each college, you need to give the data for each college. But when you are going for NAC audit for the entire university, they expect that each of the college is like a department. So within this so-and-so college, for within this so-and-so category, how many books, how many titles, copies, and all that thing. Okay, so this is definitely helpful when you're going NAC at the university level. Okay, all right. So this is like same vendor title, department title, source, all those reports you see here. Okay, then there are a few more reports here. So let's see whether it's going to take time or it's going to come fast. Okay. So this is at the library level itself. Here, what we did was that we did at the level of different types, right? Different category within each college. But here I am getting at each college level itself, not the category within the college. How many books are procured? This college procured this in this date range, these many titles and copies and so on. So, all right. Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. So now let me search as a student. Okay, now I go here. I can search on these things, or let's say I'll put this anatomy here. Now when I search an anatomy, doing the good search, it's coming back with the results, and it should come. So 5 colleges, right? Central Library, Rajajinagar, Indiranagar, these 4 colleges have the anatomy books. If I want only the North College, I can just check this anatomy. So now I click on this anatomy. Okay, so this is the one, and say title, match by title. It also tells this particular anatomy book, okay, by gray. It's in Rajajinagar, it's in North College. If there are more colleges that are having that, all of them will be shown over here. So let me make it 100 and see. Okay, North College has these many titles, but author is different here because I matched only by the title. It is showing those books, and Rajajinagar, Malleshwaram, and all that thing that we saw here, right? So if I want some other book, again, it can go and search for those books, matching books. If I'm interested only in the books alone or the book series, I can just click here, check that. Only the book series will be listed here, 25 of them. Again, I can click on this, and okay, let's say this particular book is available in North College, but North College is too far. I live in Bangalore East, let's say. Now let's see here whether this book is somewhere else. Oh, it's available in Rajajinagar. Okay, let me go to Rajajinagar. Okay, this particular book by Snell. Okay, is it available? Oh, wonderful. I'll just go and pick it up. What do? I just say interlibrary loan. So I'll just copy this accession number or the title. Say apply for interlibrary loan. I put all the details. Okay, so now I'm logged in as one of the staff, right? I put who is requesting that. and this is the accession number, and I can put my own email ID and my librarian, because the librarian has logged in. He can put his librarian's email ID to whom he is sending. Please send this book. Okay, you click on it, this email will go, right? So that's how you reserve. The next step, can we make it automated where immediately the printing slip is printed, that you can form a group and then put it onto the package and then send it? That may be another advanced one. But right now, ILL is limited to the getting the email on books requested. Okay. So out of all these webinars, probably this is the shortest webinar over here. The benefit is pretty large because Union Catalog definitely helps you collate so much of data, but software is pretty small here. You just get the data from your local college, upload into your Union Catalog. As simple as that. Management is also pretty easy. So I think I'll stop here. Definitely those who want to search this, feel free to go to, we have a few links. uc.easylib.net is another one. We'll send you the details. Or another one is Hudal.net. We were trying to form Hubli Dharwad Library Network. So that's why it's there's the Hudal.net. We'll send you the link for this. You can go and search over here. If you need a login ID, we will send you that sample login ID also. Okay. So if you as a student, if you want to log in, so now I am logged in as a student. I can go and search whatever I want. This particular book, I'm interested in the dental. All the dental books are listed here. Again, I do the search filter. It's like using your own OPAC, but larger OPAC. That's all. Okay. All right. I'll pause here. I think we are going to end this webinar much sooner than expected today. But thank you very much. And let me go to the screen where everybody is visible. Okay, good. We have a total 73 members. So hope this was quick, beneficial webinar. Open to the questions. Please go ahead. We can make it as interactive as possible. Go ahead with all the questions, please. Audio is not clear. Now is the audio clear? Can somebody raise the hands and tell? Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you,
it's
madam.
clear.
Yeah. Okay, we can open the questions. So please go ahead with the questions.
Sir, I have posted 2 questions in the chat box.
Yeah, let me read it out. Already
I have posted 2 questions in the chat
Okay,
box, sir.
fine. Let me read it out. Dr. Vishala Madam from Bangalore. Sir, already the catalogs of various colleges and universities are given access through Easylib software. But is it necessary once again into the colleges or universities to develop Union Catalog? Okay, that's an excellent question here. Now, in case of your college, the St. Agnes College, Mangalore, right? When we deploy Easylib, all of your students are knowing what books are available in your group. But what Union Catalog will help is form Union Catalog with another group. The key thing here is that that group also should be ready to share the data. So in case of Mangalore, right, it could be St. Agnes, Father Muller, Nette group, AJ group, Manipal. If all of those are ready, then definitely it makes sense to form a Union Catalog. So it's a, if you are ready to share the data, they are ready to share the data, your students can access their data, their students can access your data. So that's the benefit. It's yes, madam.
But all the data is available through your software, right?
See, but you are not giving the access to your directly the St. Agnes installation to all the, let's say, for Father Muller students, right? You are not giving them directly because they will not have a login.
Yes, we are not giving, sir, but already it is available through your software.
Your students will get it. Your student definitely. Yes, answer is yes. Your students will have access to the OPAC of your college. Perfect. Father Muller has the access to their OPAC of their college. Nette group has the access to the students have access to those. But now this Union Catalog helps connecting all of this. Now, how much is the need? Is it possible? Is your management okay? That is definitely that need to be looked at. Okay.
But
Yes.
sir, but my question is already the catalog of various colleges are made available through your software, right? Software through your software already the unit catalogs of various colleges are made available.
See, okay, that's.
So can the user cannot access all those? Yeah.
But now, how can we give?
Is it necessary to once again to develop a union catalog?
Yeah. Now let me ask a question. So now, yeah, that's a very valid question actually. See, now take the example of Father Muller. That's our customer. There we have deployed the software. But how can we give access to Father Muller data to your students, and vice versa? So then, in that case, you can do one thing.
Then what is the point in developing a union catalog, sir?
Okay. So now union catalog is required to do this. Correct. But now if each of the college has only one library software, what we have got, Easylib's demo, that is will give your students the access. But the union catalog union catalog will give other students the access to Easylib. Am I clear? Let me go over here to the PPT. Yeah. Let me clear. Okay, let's. Okay, so now here, let's say this is the St. Agnes College group. This is Father Muller. This is Nitte.
Yes.
Now, all St. Agnes students have access to St. Agnes data. But now one of your students want to read about, let's say, medical college data, some book. It may not be available in the college. So then you ask him to go to the Nitte group, correct? Now, obviously the Nitte group doesn't have an ID for your student. That is where this union catalog will help. If you have formed a union catalog of Father St. Agnes, Father Muller, and Nitte accessible at one place, this gentleman, all of these can different class.
How can we develop the union
catalog?
How can we develop the union catalog? I'm asking.
Correct. From them. So now, if you are ready to share your data and they are ready to share the data, this software will help you. This is the correct. Yeah. So the key question here is whether everybody is ready to share the data. Yeah. So my take as a end user, right? As an end user who wants to use the library, I'll say, okay, combine it. But at the same time,
sir, instead of that, you yourself already you have the catalog of various colleges and universities. Is there any possibility of giving the access for the users of all the colleges and universities, sir? Instead of we taking the permission from them?
Okay, that
is it possible?
Definitely. I know what that is perfectly possible, provided I think what Srujan, we can take this action. What we need to do is we will request a permission to share your data with the other students. And similarly, let's say 10 colleges we request, and those whoever agree, we can put it on our union catalog perfectly. But right now, even though we may have your data, but we are not authorized to share your data to somebody, right? How can we do that? Right. That definitely we would not do that. So that's applicable to every college. So I think we can do one thing for sure. So we can host something like common catalog of Easylib customers, or anybody who gives access to their data, we can load their data here. And now when we go here, when the students come here, they can see, okay, St. Agnes group, Nitte group, it can be Father Muller, only those who have given the permission. That we can load, and all the students of all these groups will have access to this entire union catalog. Make sense, man? Make it clear? Let me go back to this page. Okay, so as you said, definitely we require your permission before we we can host the union data, union catalog, and then request you to share the data. If you are ready to share, perfectly, we'll put it over there, give the access to the students. Okay. Yeah, thank you, madam. Please demonstrate how to add other colleges catalog to our union catalog. Okay, so I think I showed here. So those who have Easylib will go to your college Easylib, download the data. Again, very simple. So go to menu, setup, extract, extract the data, go to the union catalog software and upload the data. That's it. Okay. All right. Next one is Dattatreya JJMC. Thank you. DVG, thank you very much. Okay. Dattatreya, thank you. Priya, the feedback link. Okay. So we have this feedback FBUCE. That is the link bit.ly FBUCE. I'm sharing it here. I'll type once again in big bold letters. Let me see if I can type it here. Can everybody? Sorry. Okay, this is the link. bit.ly FBUCE. FB feedback UCE. That is the link. Okay. Let me go back to the questions people have. Okay, very nice. Thank you, Brahmanji. Send feedback again. Feedback link, we saw that. This is the link. Okay, certificate as we will be definitely uploading to the link and then giving the access. You can download from there. Okay. All right, I think we are done with this today's presentation. So most welcome to Stian if you have further questions. And the next webinar is going to be on Tuesday. That's going to be on periodicals module alone. So periodicals module, just a little bit intro about the Easylib software, right? Easylib software is stands for entire automation system for libraries, helps you manage the full end-to-end of your library. This is the OPAC that you are seeing. This is our team in Bangalore. Okay, OPAC, all the books. Then there is the next one is you can again filter it. Again, this is only for your college. Form the groups, join the students can join the groups, search the digital subscriptions, search the ebooks that they have got, download it, then do a quick search, see the list of periodicals, your own publications, main different library search, see the new arrivals, personal digital library, all of those are possible. And these are all the modules here. Starts with acquisition, purchasing the books, printing the barcode ID cards, then you got branch management, cataloging and accessioning. The whole cataloging module is over here. So something like, 50 or 60 screens. This one module alone took about 1.5 hours or even about nearly 2 hours that day. Then KPI, data quality, database maintenance, there are different modules in Easylib. We encourage you to join the webinar. The next one, we will announce when the webinar on the complete Easylib is going to be conducted again. So the immediate next one is on the periodical module, which is here.
So that my webinar is on Fridays and not on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, this Friday, sorry, correct. So this Friday, we have the webinar on periodicals, the complete details of how to add a periodical, how to add a subscription, generate the receivables, track what is received, what is not received, sending the vendor reminder, do any article indexing on those articles, as well as a little bit intro on the outside indexes available. All of these are going to be covered on this Friday, just for the periodical module alone. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. If there are no questions, we are almost done. So any other questions? Thank you. I see so many. Thank you.